Hey Aries, welcome into your video. Okay, we're going to go into the first week of August and see what's going on here for you guys. Spirit, go ahead and show us what the deal is first week of August, please. Star. Okay, you're optimistic and hopeful about something. Some of you, I'm getting the vibe that you have met somebody new, or there's some sort of situation that's being developed for you in regards to love. Others of you, it can be work. You're optimistic and hopeful. It's about also, I'm feeling something about mending something. And that you're talking to somebody again. But you're kind of in this weird gray area where you don't know if you should move it along or, give this situation from your past another chance. Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck is showing me that you're very guarded. So you're kind of like in protection zone. We'll see when we clarify. What's coming in for my Aries, please? The Hermit in cross Virgo energy. Okay. 1 minute it's like you put yourself out there, you're going out there, you're socializing. Then the next minute you retract your energy. You pull these like timeouts with yourself. But you're struggling to sit there and literally be with yourself, Aries, and make a wise judgment call in regards to a certain situation. I think you have these moments where you weigh your pros and cons to a certain situation. And then I don't know if you get distracted or then you just kind of put yourself out there and then you go. And then you're like, oh, I'll come back to this. But this is what it feels like. It feels like you're weighing your pros and cons towards a situation. What is the surprise of the week? You're not giving me much, Spirit. What's going on? Two of Swords and the Empress. All right. So you're definitely torn. You're definitely trying to choose a path, a direction, a person, a situation or a scenario with work, career, people, or otherwise. You're evaluating your worth and your value, and you're saying to yourself, does this pass muster? Does this qualify for me to be continuing this situation? You're calculating this, and this is why you have the Two of Swords. The bottom of the deck, you have Four of Pentacles. You're holding on to something or someone. I think you have to let it go, Aries. I think you should go with the flow and just let it go and try to find new shit. Because if the old thing is meant for you, it won't pass you by. I really, truly believe that you're meant to develop something new, to take risks. The reason I say that is because behind the Four of Pentacles, the thing that you're holding on to, it's toxic. Some of you, it really could be just money. But if you're just looking at material gain, it could be a form of toxicity in the sense of, okay, you'll make money, but then you'll be like chained to another something else, right? You're not going to have the lifestyle you always dreamed about. You have to put in that hard work and effort now. That's why Saturn is sitting in your sign for the next 2 years. It's helping you. All right, let's continue and see what's going on. Let me see the advice here for Aries. Oh. I think this is too many, but let's see. Yes, it is, Spirit. Temperance, Death, Six of Cups, okay. Two of Cups, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is you. First and foremost, you got to get your spice back in life, okay? Queen of Wands says, come back home. Come back to your element, which is creative, which is sparky, which is seductive, which is charismatic and charming and fun. Others of you, maybe it's talking about you being a mistress. I think that's enough, right? With Two of Cups, though, it's telling me there was somebody here that was your soulmate. Could still perhaps be your soulmate. But something has come to a close. Something is done and you need to put it to bed. You need to put it to rest. You have to temper yourself, meaning find balance, find control. Ace of Wands. It's saying all of these things need to come and happen before the Ace of Wands comes into your life. This Two of Cups, though, with the Queen of Wands is what's gotten me interested. Because in the advice position, it's saying, yes, be you. And the Two of Cups is saying, there's somebody here that felt the same way you did. But I don't know if you didn't exchange the I love yous or spoke about, you know, what your path is or what's happening between you and this other person. Because it's also contingent on you closing the door to something in your past. All right, death is done. You have to let it go, move on from it. And temperance, finding that balance. Let's continue. We'll see more when we clarify, but I can see that once this happens, the Ace of Wands comes in. The passionate new beginning or the project. That's why I was feeling what I was feeling with the Star card. Because right now, whatever that is, it's making you lose focus. It's making you fall out of balance. Yes, that's why you're guarded. That's why you're Nine of Wands. That's why you're kind of like, oh, let me protect myself. You're all of a sudden like, what? You're like, these are my boundaries. But what I want to say is with the Two of Cups, it is mutual feelings. It's just, it's a little complicated. It requires you to put other crap from your past to bed. Might it go sideways? Potentially, yes. But I just feel like you haven't had a conversation. And it might be like way too new to do so. Because death and Six of Cups very much says, first of all, hold yourself back. You can't do anything until you close out another door or close out another chapter. It's like you want to move into the new house you just bought, but all your shit is still in the old house. Got to clean it. What's the outcome of the week? You're going to hate me. But what am I going to tell you? The devil's in your outcome. I feel like, Aries, if you know this stuff, though, Page of Swords, you're stalking. You're trying to get more information because you're weighing your pros and cons on how to move forward with something. You're really torn. The devil, I'm going to make it very, very simple. I've been describing what the devil is for a long time. You know exactly what it is. You're also adults, so you know if this is you or the other person very clearly. We all have shadow sides. We all have bad vices. We all know there's certain things that we do. I'm not saying to sit there and beat yourself up. You already do that. You do plenty of that. You don't have to do that. That's my point. When you see something toxic like the devil, be like, that's enough. Why am I doing this? Why am I going over and over again in my head? I need to chill. I need to relax. This is getting obsessive, the devil. I'm getting codependent and it's not helping me decide to close out doors or chapters in my life. I'm being scared to move forward. I'm making impulsive decisions. Whatever that is for you, because I really feel like this time it's you. It's not so much the other person. I feel like the scenario or the situation you're in is the devil here that I'm looking at. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Two of Pentacles, weighing those pros and cons. Nine of Swords, being in your head. This devil shit is robbing you peace of mind, okay? Knight of Swords, it's like, oh, I'm thinking, I'm overthinking, I'm guarded, I'm protective, and then finally the bow breaks and you run in and you say something without thinking things through, and you have like, bleh, you blat it out. You've got to handle this devil stuff, because devil also talks about, like I said, fear of the unknown, fear that you're not good enough, fear of rejection, codependency, not good enough, not this, not that, all the craps you know about a devil, right? So this is one of those things that it's getting to you. You have to be careful, because I don't like the idea that you start with a star and you end with a devil. It should be the other way around. All right. So let's continue and see what's going on here for Aries. I don't want you guys to freak out and worry. I think everything's actually okay. I'm trying to basically tell you, get off the ledge. Why are you out there looking out in the bluff like shit's so bad? It's not. You actually got a lot of crap going for you guys. I feel like you're just at the beginning of this journey. All right, what is the star? Clarify the star for me for Aries. Ooh, look at you, Ace of Wands. All right, the wheel, no, the Tower, and Four of Cups. Okay. So you're having a Tower moment here with somebody where it's unrequited love, and you're trying to remain optimistic and hopeful that there's another opportunity that's going to present itself for you right around the corner, or this new opportunity that you're entertaining currently works out. Okay. The Tower is the Tower. I mean, you're going to come to this point when you have like Nine of Swords, stress, anxiety, but you're also going to be this way when you're feeling the Four of Cups. Because the Four of Cups is saying unrequited love, not interested, no thank you, not for me. That even applies to a job. You go to a job and you know you're spending the bulk of your life there day in, day out, and you're not happy there. That's unrequited. You're going to freak out. You'll be like, oh, I quit. I can't take it. Or you get in a fight with somebody because Spirit's like, look, we have to do this to you, Aries, because you are enduring something that your time there has elapsed and it is no more. If you can't see that this is something that's abundant for you, then you have to go on a different journey, a different path, okay? Or you need to heal. But at the bottom of the deck, here's your Ace of Wands again that's trying to come in. Your passionate new beginning. And under that is the Sun. But there you go again, freaking out like the other shoe's going to drop. Let's see what's going on here with the Hermit. What I'm trying to say is, guys, you need to prioritize what's going on in your life right now and literally say to yourselves, okay, I choose to do this with this person. I'm going to take this path. Before I go there, what do I need to do to clear the road to get there? It's like you want to go on a road trip, right? From point A to point B, you're going to leave your area, which is local, get on a highway, which is the main route to get to your destination, point B, right? But before you get to point B, you got to take care of what's in local area. You've got to drive through it. So if that means separation or divorce, so you can end up to this place, the happy place, point B, and happy place is you meeting somebody that you're actually into or interested in. You got to do what you got to do with point A first. Do you get what I'm saying? Before you start looking at point B. Or people who are like trying to go on these trips, do you have the infrastructure? Do you have the car? Do you have the money? Do you have this? Do you have that? Please apply the concept of what it is that you want. Prioritize and get rid of the thing that no longer serves you and suits you. First, don't even think about the second thing. And then once that's cleared out and gone, start driving to that direction. Start driving into that destination. And the reason I'm telling you this stuff is because when I was pulling your advice cards and I was sneak peeking at the Chariot in reverse, I was like, oh no, we can't get there. We can't have that because Aries has been on point this whole entire past year and this year, and now is not the time to like buck backwards. Let's see what's going on here with the Hermit and Cross. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo or a Capricorn or a Taurus or Scorpio. Sagittarius is here. Anyone else? No, that's an Aquarius. All right. Queen of Swords. You're thinking. You're exactly what I was just saying. Queen of Swords. You're thinking, thinking, thinking. Do I slice and dice? Do I not? You go forward, you retract. You do Nine of Wands. You feel guarded. You're trying to create a wall between you and someone else. I kind of feel like it's starting to slowly start right now, Aries, these like tough energies. And I feel like right now, this is the week where you can nip it in the bud before they erupt or happen to you. Okay? Two of Swords, the Empress. King of Pentacles in reverse. You broke up, some of you, with an earth sign. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. You're torn as to which direction to take. I think with this King of Pentacles, you're like, no, I can't do this. This is just, no. The Lovers, 100%. Here's the thing. This lover felt the same way as you did. I just think that the way you love is very different from each other. Earthy people need a long time to make decisions. Earthy people need to see structure, stability, that you're grounded, that you've got a vision, and you're going to back it, right? I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. And I'm not saying that's not something you don't do. Because there's a whole amazing side of you that they might not possibly see either. So with this lover, it looks like you guys decided to just crash and burn it. I don't know. What's weird is that I feel like there's another energy trying to come in anyway. I think you're done with this. Even though the Two of Cups tells me this lover felt the same way about you, you might have just never spoke about intentions. That's what I'm vibing. Because why are you thinking like the Empress? You must be like calculating all this stuff in your head. Clarify the advice here for Aries, please. Four of Pentacles in reverse. You finally let go of someone. Or you should. Ten of Wands. Whatever is a burden for you. Whatever is dragging you down. Need to let go. Temper yourself. I mean, do you want to feel this way? Stress. Guarded. Not being able to be open. Vulnerable. Thinking all the time. Look at you. You have to temper yourself. Whatever you're deciding to put behind you, put it behind you and be done. I think a passionate new beginning is trying to come in. But the devil tells me that you could be doing something that you don't have to with a specific person here, with the Two of Cups there. Others of you, that might not be the case. It might be just like with the devil. You could be repeating a pattern. Let's see. Clarify the devil. Yeah, you're walking away before finalizing something. I didn't even turn this card over and I'm like, Ten of Swords in reverse. This is an ending, betrayal, but you're still holding on to it. You're walking away because it's not emotionally giving. Have you had a full-blown conversation here with this person? You're going into singlehood. Tell me about this lover. Wow. I don't know how you feel about them, Aries, but they sure as shit like you a lot. We'll talk about that in the extended. Hopefully you're thinking about them. Why are they doing that? Spirit. Some of you are leaving something that you desire and going back to a marriage or a commitment. Death in reverse. Yeah. Something that had ended that you haven't let go. If that's kind of what I kept feeling for the first week of August with you guys. It felt like you were looping back towards something. Let's see. What are we going to talk about for love? Like, I just keep seeing the infinity symbol in my head. Attraction. Attraction is basically that whole entire speech I gave about you with point A and point B, like you needing to get rid of something first, prioritizing so you can get to point B. When you're doing your own shit, it's sexy as hell, right? You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, like you being you, you doing you. That's why you had the Queen of Wands also in your advice position. You doing sexy you, like the shit that you gotta do, is very attractive. It's like, look at this person. They're just like bossing up and doing what they gotta do, like without, care in the world. I mean, you care, obviously, but you know what I mean. We'll see more in the extended what it's talking about, attraction. And yeah, that's it. This is a very weird but interesting weekly reading because I feel like you're in this weird crosshairs of something. All right, we'll talk. Chat down below, guys, and I'll see everybody next week.